Hey guys, Ike here, and welcome back to another episode of Levitated with me. Hello, I got dragon wings. See, I still got the dragon wings and I can fly. It's so nice. I did a little bit off camera work. I got an inventory full of stuff. I made some more PCBs. I'm still in the process of making more, but they're a pain in the butt. But I can make them a little easier if we do one of the quests. But first, I've been making a lot of plastic. I figured out I can put the white plastic I made that I wasn't using back in here, and it just turns it back into liquid plastic, so that's real nice. And I figured out the filters. So I've been doing the item name, so what it contains. So like I was making this capacitor and transitor, and they both contain the word Tor. So if I put that in there, I could just keep putting stuff in there, and it won't come out unless it contains that thing that says Tor. So I won't, unless it won't take anything out unless it says transistor or capacitor or anything like that. And I've been changing it, so it's like I've been doing compressed ingots or blocks really, and then changing them into ingots, and then so on and so forth. So that makes it a little easier instead of having to go in here and hit like just to not extract ever the redstone behavior. So, and that also means like I could do it like at least with these, I don't have to go in there and do one of each. I have just the word Tor, so that's real nice. And then, what did I do? My brain shut off. But yeah, so I've been doing that. That's what I did. I went ahead and made a improved blast furnace. I haven't used it yet because I've been making just a lot of steel in general, but I have it in here, so I switched the blast furnace and the coke oven areas. So I still have the coke oven with the inputs over here and then the outputs over here. So this is still automatic, but now I have the blast furnace automatic. So I just have to put things in this hopper or just put a chest like up here and put it in there. And it'll auto come out here. And I can also probably make the blast furnace preheaters, because those are actually not that hard to make, and all I'd have to do is just power the top of them, and it would just make the steel production much faster. It's not necessarily like required. I have not a ton of steel, but I have an amount. So, yeah. And I think that's all I did. I did gather a lot of materials for this upcoming episode because, other than that, I'm not making the excavator yet. We can go ahead and move on in the quest book and do an assembly line, or an assembly controller. So it says crafting PCBs can be quite a hassle. Yes. Fortunately, you can use an assembly line to simplify this process. And if we go into here and we look at the empty PCBs, the only way to make the empty ones is through the pressure chamber, but it's real easy. It's just compressed steel ingots and green plastic. It's the afterwards. So what I have been doing is putting them in the UV box, and it only does one at a time. Getting it to 100% or as close to 100% as I'm willing to wait, and throwing them in etching acid and waiting. And I've gotten a couple failed ones, but that's because I'm impatient. So, but unfortunately, the failed ones you just smelt, and then they go back into the empty ones, and then you do the whole process over again. But if you get to 100% in the UV, it has a 100% chance of etching correctly. So if you just are patient, then you don't have to worry about it. But that's all a pain in the butt because it takes so long. You gotta wait a long time for it to fill up in the UV light box, and then you gotta wait a long time for it to do it in the etching acid. The etching acid you can do multiple at once, but it's just doing each in the UV light box. It only does one. You can't stack it, and I don't want to make like a billion UV light boxes. So the easier way to do it is the assembly controller. And what you do is you have your assembly controller, and then you also have your assembly platform, which would be in the middle of everything. You have one input, one output, one input, and then one laser and assembly program laser. So I should have enough materials to build everything that I need for the assembly line. So we're going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. So you're going to need 2 assembly I/O units, and the reason why is because one input, one output. You just need to right-click it with... It says a wrench, and I'm assuming it means the one that looks like a drill. So we need 2 of these. Good thing we have enough stuff. So it's just hoppers, printed circuit boards, compressed steel ingots, and then these pneumatic cylinders. All of these require pneumatic cylinders, and that's just made with blue plastic, compressed steel ingots, and cannon barrels are made with compressed steel and pressure tubes. So overall, it's just not that bad. So that's nice. The other thing we need is one assembly platform. We need... Now, I said laser, I believe. I think I have enough stuff to make everything, but the quest wants the assembly controller in itself. So let's go ahead and grab that. Goal, reach production line. So that's super nice. But the other things that we could put on there, I think it says it wants the laser, so we're going to go ahead and do the laser. But then there's also the drill that you can use in other recipes, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that as well. Because it doesn't hurt to. Now what we need our chests. We also probably would want a stack of charcoal. And the reason why, so we go over to our pneumatic area. I moved things around down here just to make it kind of fit better. So I have all the air compressors on this side, the UV light box, and then the charging station. And then over here, I do have a couple more air compressors because I've noticed with the way that these tubes work is you lose pressure the farther it goes, which I think I knew before. But that means since I moved this over here, my air compressor over here, the pressure chamber was having a really hard time getting enough air. So I went ahead and just made 2 more and just stuck them in the corner over here. They all have the security upgrade, so nothing should explode. But it's also getting closer to 3, and I think I was struggling to get even to 2, so that's nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the assembly here and just kind of have it where we can skirt by it, maybe to get to the ones back there. And the reason why I grabbed the charcoal is because this whole assembly needs an air compressor anyway. So nope. You're going to lose the air because I broke you. Alright, so the way I'm going to set this up is I'm going to put down 2 chests. I believe this should take up actually 4 spaces, but, you know, we'll be fine. I'll do it maybe this way. So I'm going to put a chest, and then an air compressor pointing this way. And then I'm going to put down the assembly controller. See, it's automatically now pumping into the assembly controller, so that's nice. I'm going to put both of those in there. So now it's on standby, because it's not connected to anything and doesn't understand. So, now it needs 3.5 bar, so we might struggle a little bit, but it's requiring all of these things. So, put the assembly platform in the center, and then you have to put the assembly units next to wherever your input-output place would be, which for us is the chest. So I think that's output, and this is input, maybe? One or the other. Or export, to hit it with the wrench to switch between the modes. One's input, one's output, I'm not quite sure which is which, but that's fine. Because if I hit it again, it goes back to watch. I think this is input. And then the other 2 don't matter where you put them exactly. We have the drill, and then we have the laser, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the drill there, and then maybe I'll just put the laser. Well, actually, no, this would have taken only 30 spots if I scooched it correctly. I'm gonna change it a little bit. So that way I can skirt. Oh, I also made a bag of holding. Just because I needed the space a little bit. Put the chest here, and I want to put it here. I keep hitting my head on the ceiling. It's gonna face that way. And then put this. There we go. There we go. That makes everything a tad easier. And then assembly drill, assembly laser. Okay, it should be all good to go other than the fact that now I need to fill this with coal. And it has to fill with 3 bars, I think it said, just in general to work. But now I need the assembly program. So, to make the circuit boards, the unassembled PCBs, it requires a assembly program laser. And to get that, we have to order it. Now, it costs either 7 or 8 emeralds, and if I take my Amadron tablet out, we're about to find out. Laser. The least amount is 6. That's really nice. So, I'm going to go home. and go to our emeralds and order one. And I went ahead and got some more emeralds by giving the Amazon tablet lots and lots of potatoes. Now, I could also do the drill and laser upgrade, but I just want one of these. Yeah, I just add more items to the... Oh, I gotta put it in the chest. I forgot. Let's go to the chest. Why are there so many Endermen hanging out? I still also have potatoes in there. Let's have one of those. Place order. There's my drone. Hey, buddy. One laser upgrade, please. Thank you. Took my emeralds. Oh, I almost looked at you in the eye. I don't want to do that. So let's see what this is doing. It is currently at 1.6 bar. That's not too bad. I think there's also, like, speed upgrades. I don't think that works for the air compressor, but it works for the controller. And I know because I've seen that this could be a little slow. But we'll see. But what I can do for now is just put my empty PCBs in there. Ow. Oh, it failed. I gotta go smelt it. And then let's see if we got our laser upgrade ordered. And we did. So let's go down here, and I think you just stick it right in there. And now we wait. Because it takes a second. We're at 2.42 bar. That's not too bad. It's just still working its way up. We do probably need to make an advanced air compressor at some point. It requires advanced pressure tubes, but that's what we needed the assembler for, and it requires pressure chamber valves. So we can actually work towards that. So this is a block to transfer air. It's a high-tier version of pressure tube. It can be camouflaged in two modules and provide additional functionality. And these don't explode, as far as I'm aware. And if they do, it's 20 bar, and I don't have enough to do that. So that's nice. Ooh, it hit 3 bar. Now what? Oh, the recipe requires 3.5. That's okay. We can wait. It's not that bad. But now that we have that, it's just a matter of waiting for it to do that. I just want to see it. Because I can't. Please let me see. Don't freeze on me. I am frozen. Because of course I am. Unfreeze! Unfreeze! All I did was look at a chest. There we go. You don't have to think that hard. Ooh, it's almost there. 3, 4, 4, 4, 7, 4, 8, 4, 9, 5. Yay! And now we slowly watch it grab one of the empty PCBs out of the chest. It is now fused with the chest. And it should move it to over here. Yeah, look at that go. Look at that slowness. And it'll put it down. Very slowly, because you don't want to break anything. I thought it was going to pick it back up for a second. It just left the thingies to hold it. Okay. Then that's the laser. And it's going to do some laser things. Not sure if we're going to... Yeah, we can see the laser. Look at the little laser. That's cute. And now it's made the unassembled PCB. And now this should grab it and put it in the chest. And it should do that over and over and over. Is this going to explode? Oh, hang on. I do want to see that finish, but I also don't want to see that to explode. Security. I know it takes lapis, obsidian. I don't want it to explode. 2 sticks. I'm going as fast as my little hands can go. Pressure tube, and then, okay, gold. I heard something and hopefully it wasn't anything exploding. Because that would suck. I'm coming. Okay. Okay, so this is at over 5, or it's just under 5. The security upgrade is working. That's wonderful. And look, we got one unassembled PCB. And I can actually go over to the tech area and put it in the assembler along with 3 transistors and 3 capacitors. And then we'll get our printed circuit board. That's so nice. See, this is the easy part. So this is nice that we can do this now. It won't take nearly as long to wait for things. Look at that. And I already had the solder ready to go. So now that we are able to get printed circuit boards much easier, we can actually move on into making different types of machine chassis. So there you have the industrial. You also have your soul machine. And I think there was one other one that we were looking at. Let me see. You have industrial, soul, and enhanced. So this one's just looking at the soul and the industrial. So the enhanced is a different story, but that's okay. But from there, we can actually move on into just continuing the quest book properly. So let's go ahead and see if we can make the industrial. Industrial machine. So the industrial machine chassis requires industrial die blend, simple machine chassis, and stone burnt. We should have all. Well, maybe not all of them. We should have at least have stone burnt. Let me see. Yeah, I have 1 stone burnt. 1 printed circuit board. Do I have extra machine chassis? Probably not. No, but I can make them. Machine chassis, just grains of infinity, iron. Is it iron and iron bars? Yeah. Do I have any iron bars? I do. One of those, and then also industrial dye blend, which is just, it has to be organic green. Okay, organic green dye, organic black, lapis lazuli powder, and quartz dust. We get the quartz dust by putting quartz in like a pulverizer or a sag mill, so we can do that. We get, let me put just industrial dye blend. Alright, we get black dye, but in an alloy smelter by putting coal or coal powder with an egg. Or coal powder with a slime ball. Either one works. And I should have... I'm going to do the slime. Because I have tons of it. So we'll bring that with. The organic green dye is slime with clippings and trimmings. How many of those do I have? I'm 19, that's great. I think I only need 12 if I read that right. Yeah, 12 with 1 slime. So I'll do this. And then the lazuli powder is also just lapis lazuli. Okay, so that should be enough. Where is the... Is it the Sagma? Yeah. And then this one does this. Yay! Thanks. Oop, this is finished processing. I also need coal powder. Oop, green dye. I usually... Maybe I already got the quest things for that. Possibly. I'm used to getting an achievement whenever I get these organic dyes from Ender.io. Maybe I haven't opened up enough achievements in the first place. Oop, that's a lot of nether stars, and they're all going in here. Ooh, I got superior! That's nice. So the next one up is 900. We can do it. It's nice that it's doing it on its own, though, because now the chance is 24% for a pristine, so that's super nice. Almost done. Almost done. Come on. Now I gotta throw my nether quartz in there. And then we'll make it, and then we'll be done. with the machine chassis. Got the black dye. So yeah, that'll be enough of everything. And it gives me 6, so that's actually really nice. I don't have to do this many times. And then I need 4 bar in the pressure chamber. That might be where I struggle today. I don't think I've ever gotten 4 bar in there. We are about to find out. Why did I delete that? I still needed it. There we go. Pneumatic craft. Oh, it's releasing air under there. Yeah, I don't think... I'm currently at 2.3 bar, and I don't know how to do that. I'm also just going to remove the coal from in here, because it obviously does not need it. So how do I get more pressure? Am I going to have to do the advanced? Probably. But we're at the end of this episode, so I'm going to have to figure that out. How do I get more pressure? Because I'm just, like I said, I'm struggling to get above 2.2, 2.3. Outside of this just having the straight up 5, but it's also powering it directly into the assembly controller, so I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it. I don't know what else I wanted to say. There was something, but it's gone now. I hate when that happens. But yeah, off camera, I think I will try to get more pressure to the best of my ability. I'm going to have to look up a couple tutorials, but those aren't bad. I actually enjoy watching them. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!